What is a body politic? This term is often used by philosophers and analysts in discourses relating to politics. A body politic is a set of individuals or actors who come together to form a group and tie themselves together in a political connection. This political connection determines how the group is organized and structured, how decisions are made, who has power, how much power is assigned, the duration of power, and how power is exercised and implemented. It is essentially a determination of how the group is governed. Throughout human history, humanity has experimented with different ways of organizing political systems. The three most popular body politics or political systems known to most people are monarchies, aristocracies, and democracies. These three forms also have their less desirable counterparts, which are tyranny, oligarchy, and anarchy. An aristocracy is a political system where only a select few individuals have almost all power within the political system. The people allowed to become part of this elite class who hold almost all power can be selected by a variety of factors such as age, wealth, nobility, experience, wisdom, or others. Contrary to popular opinions, this form of government was actually most common throughout human history. Think of tribal societies and how a handful of leaders, usually selected by age and experience, controlled almost all of the power and decisions within the tribe. Many famous political philosophers such as Plato argued that aristocracies are actually the most effective form of government. Oligarchy, on the other hand, is an aristocracy, but when the select people in power exercise their power for their own selfish benefit rather than the benefit of the entire community, similar to tyranny mentioned in an earlier video. This often leads to a wider disparity between the rich and the poor. It is important to note that oligarchies can evolve from any body politic, whether it is a monarchy, aristocracy, or democracy. Oligarchies often come into existence when a small group of individuals, usually those with significant wealth, influence, or military power, consolidate control over the political system. This can happen through various means such as corruption, manipulation of laws, or force. Over time, these individuals prioritize their own interests over those of the general populace, leading to a concentration of power and resources in the hands of a few. The impact of such a system on society can be profound. The vast majority of people may find themselves with limited access to essential resources, education, and opportunities. Social mobility becomes stagnant as the gap between the rich and the poor widens, fostering feelings of disenfranchisement and resentment among the population. Moreover, the lack of accountability and transparency in an oligarchic system can lead to widespread corruption and inefficiency. Public trust in institutions erodes, and the very fabric of society can begin to fray as people lose faith in their leaders and the possibility of a fair and just governance. Historically, many societies that have fallen under oligarchic rule have experienced periods of significant unrest and upheaval. The desire for equity and justice has often led to revolutions and social movements aimed at dismantling the concentration of power and redistributing resources more equitably. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this interesting.